morning the sun was shining. He was laying in bed, wondering if she changed at all, and if her hair was still red. There were folks that said their lives together sure was gonna be rough. Never did like Mama's homemade dress, Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. He was standing by the side of the road, rain falling on his shoes. Heading out for the old East Coast, radio blasting the news straight on through. Tangled up in blue. She was married when they first met to a man 4 times her age. He left her penniless in a state of regret. It was time to bust out of the cage. So they drove that car as far as they could, abandoned it out west. Splitting up on a dark, sad night, both agreeing it was best. He turned around to look at her as she was a-walking away, saying, I wish I could tell you all the things that I never learned how to say. She said, that's all right, baby, I love you too. But we were tangled up in blue. He had a steady job and a pretty face. Everything seemed to fit. One day he could just feel the waste, so he put it all down and split. And he drifted down to New Orleans, where they treated him like a boy. Nearly went mad in Baton Rouge, he nearly drowned in Delacroix. But all the while he was alone, the past was close behind. He had one too many lovers, and none of them too refined, all except for you. You were tangled up in blue. She was working in the blinding light as I stopped in for a drink. Just kept looking at her face so white and I didn't know what to think. Later on, as the crowd thinned out, I was getting ready to leave. She was standing there behind my chair saying, what's that you got up your sleeve? I said, nothing, baby, that's for sure. She leaned down into my face. I could feel the heat and the pulse of her as she bent down to tie the laces of my shoes. Tangled up in blue. I lived with them on Montague Street in a basement down the stairs. There was snow all winter and no heat. Revolution was in the air. And one day all of his slaves ran free and something inside of him died. The only thing I could do was be me and get on that train and ride. When it all came crashing down, I was already south. Didn't know whether the world was flat or round, and I had the worst taste in my mouth that I ever knew. Tangled up in blue. So now I'm going back again, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. Got to find someone among the women and men whose destiny is unclear. Some are masters of illusion, some are ministers of the trade. All under strong delusion, all of the beds are unmade. But me, I'm still heading for the sun and trying to stay out of the joint. We always did love the very same one, we just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue. Thank you. We're going to take a break. There's going to be some punch up here in a second.